Welcome to the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy, home of the Ohio State Buckeyes and one of the great settings in all of college football. With the scarlet and gray already rocking this house. This is anything but a run-of-the-mill early season matchup, a clash of top 10 teams as these two will get their oil checked early. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Volunteers will kick it off to get us underway. On the move from inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Looking for a productive play on first down. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He gets it all the way out to the 19-yard line, a pickup of 6.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
That's a really nice run right there. One of the things I love about him, he runs with such physicality and with the toughness. Do you think Woody Hayes, the great Ohio State coach, would have loved to have this guy in his backfield? His running style just marries so well with that. When you think about Ohio State and their tradition at running back, right? With all the athletes they've had throughout the decades, this guy was meant to play in the shoe.
The give to the back. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs, you just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Here's the handoff. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
A lot of times defenses blitz to stop the run. This very play right here puts the linebacker, but man, the offense did a great job. Everybody understood what they saw. Running back understood. Pick up a nice positive gain when they were trying to get a blitz and maybe create a tackle for a loss.
On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. He makes the connection. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
The Buckeyes are marching down the field. Give to the back. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
Runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. As the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. To the ground with the back. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
Just a simple power football. Be strong, be big, be physical. Make it a fourth quarter game. Make them feel you, keep them off balance.
The 7th play of this opening drive, they'll need to move the chains on 3rd and short. They'll try to bully their way for the first. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
Leaves it with the back. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun to give to the back. Hits the spin cycle. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important first down. He's picked up 48 yards rushing for him now, and that is a way to make your presence felt in the early part of the season. And the Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. It's a draw. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line, getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, boom, and making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
And how about the job by this offense? This is not a scrub defense. This is a top 10 defense in college football. You got to take points whenever you can get them. Nice job putting the drive together, putting 6 on the board. No matter how it looks, you just got to keep fighting with the squad.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And the final 34 yards covered by that touchdown pass. He'll call for the fair catch here. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Up on first down leaves him with 2nd and 1. Pulls and throws out the RPO. stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. And this big orange offense getting it done in the passing game.
And great execution by the quarterback. And when you think about Tennessee offense, man, when they got their trigger man, and they've had some great ones, Peyton Manning, T. Martin, Hendon Hooker had an unbelievable run. They find that guy, man, their offenses have been so hard to stop.
Going up top on first down. Quickly complete. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Early in the game, as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed.
Completion a little short of the sticks. It's second down. They'll run it from the gun. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Now that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Let's see what they do on third down.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Ohio State 7, Tennessee 0.
Trying to pick up a first down. They'll try to run for it. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on fourth down. Makes the catch. He's got enough. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now, a fresh set of downs.
And the Vols have their offense in high gear. Comes out throwing on first down. A shot for the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming.
Perfect timing. Got there right when the ball got there. Didn't get there a little bit early. Saving the touchdown. Nice timing by that defender.
Takes the handoff. It's Freeman. Little too soft in that run defense. He picks up 4 to the 32.
Third down coming.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And you usually don't bring in dime packages for a running team. You bring in dime because you know they're going to throw the football. You got more speed on the back end of cover. And defensive linemen know they have their job to do. And their job is to go get that quarterback and get that sucker on the ground.
Splits the uprights from 56, and he's got 3 on the board. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse.
That's why recruiting is so important.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
You know, one of the things I hated as a quarterback was the blitzes from the inside linebackers, because those guys end up in your hip pocket quickly. It's really hard to step into throws when you've got inside linebackers bringing the heat.
He wants to pass it on second down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
A really good job by the defense. They got to understand that boy can fly. So when he gets outside the pocket, I got to make sure I'm ready to go get him. You could tell he was still being a passer. He wanted to throw the football. Nice job closing under control, getting a hit on the quarterback, and affecting the throw.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Ohio State.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Picks up just a few before he's brought down. Not really willing to take a risk there on third and long. The Buckeyes line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Running it back, it's King. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
Yeah, and listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the ground game. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
I know the passing game sells, the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
On second down. Wide receiver shows motion. A run for the quarterback. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
They'll try the run. of the 25. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. The defense calls the timeout, their second of the day, as they try to get their act together.
Timeout, Ohio State.
The Vols are moving quickly down the field. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Volunteers! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Tennessee, 10. Ohio State, 7.
He'll bring it out. It's Wicks. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Tony.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs, but I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Might as well stick with him. Never underestimate the power of moving forward and creating breathing room. He's up to the 17. So 3rd and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection. He's piled up 65 yards rushing in this first half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision, nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Getting some heat. He's going to take off. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Discards a man. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Just when they're looking run, now up top. He's going for it all. And it's holding at the 10. He'll be stopped just short the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. This offense can get a jolt of momentum headed to the locker room if they can take the lead here. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
And that is exactly what you want in your offense, man. Late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution of the drive by that offense.
Get that touchdown right before the half. Build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Buckeyes will kick it away to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out and get a stop and change the complexity of this game.
They come to the line, 2nd and 7. On the ground, it's Freeman. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
Quick strike complete. Turns it on in midfield. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
Love that throw there. And I remember as a Gator playing against Tennessee, you knew as a quarterback you were going to have to bring your A game to the park because of who was on the other sideline. I played against Peyton Manning, and I played against T. Martin, who won a national championship there. They have a legacy at that position. And this guy for Tennessee, he has a chance to be the next great one.
Shakes off the tackle.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Leaves it with the running back.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
And first down for the offense.
And the Volunteers have it with a 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Got 3 on first down and 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, the inside give. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
It's really frustrating when you get a guy in his spot. He's in the hole. He's there to do his job. And you can't get the guy on the ground. That's your job. Get him on the ground. You know, especially a guy that's not a huge back. You got to make that tackle. You can't make it easy on the offense, but now they got a manageable situation.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Direct snap. Powers through the defender. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
And another nice game by the offense. All right, defense. We got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break their rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle for a loss or a sack or something to get momentum back on my side?
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intention. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Looks as if he's going to run it. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Third down, and this crowd is tearing the lid off this place. He's looking downfield to throw. Fires to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
It is perfect. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Penn State is currently trailing in this one, but there are more people in Beaver Stadium today than most American cities. The crowd alone can help turn this game. They're trailing by just 4 to Jacksonville State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down for this offense. They'll run it from the gun. Oh, gives him the tough stiff arm. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
And as an offensive coordinator, you don't need the perfect play with this guy as your running back. He's going to make the play perfect for you because he makes everybody miss. Spin moves, hurdles, stiff arms, speed, whatever it takes to move the sticks and score touchdowns.
Third and short, they've got them back up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. To the ground to try to move the chains. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
And those RPOs can confuse the defense, can cause a little bit of hesitation, and that hesitation was just enough. Hand it off, get the first down on 3rd down.
The Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense. They're churning out positive yardage early.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Give to the running back. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
Power football with the run. They finally get him on the ground with a big running play, moves the chains for the first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
He'll pull it down and run. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the first down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the third.
Ohio State 14, Tennessee 13.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback will audible. They'll throw it on first down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. And the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
They'll go to the ground. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making a tackle for a loss.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's got it. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
And that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points that get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. They've got a really good drive going, but a little speed bump here at 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. A shot toward the end zone, and it's intercepted. A huge fourth-quarter play for this defense. He looked as if he thought he had it all the way, and this junior makes a play.
Man, we needed that so bad. We needed the football, had to get a stop, forcing a turnover. Best case scenario, offense back on the field, trailing in the fourth quarter. Time to go win it.
The offense set for a first down play. Try to get it to the edge. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-game land.
And just a great job on the defensive end staff. Right? That's your job. Be scout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Slings it downfield. He makes a catch. is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
It's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. The give on the inside. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, and you don't see very many quarterback hits on screens. You know, the offense wants to bluff real quick and make it look like pass, and the quarterback's supposed to pop up, look like pass, and quickly get rid of it. You can tell timing all wrong. It was all jacked up in that moment. Absolutely.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
I like the idea to go for it there on 4th down. You're basically at midfield, and you've got confidence in your guys to be able to go out. You've got experience in this offense. Guys have made these types of plays before. That time, the defense stepped up, they bowed up, and made a better play and take over. Now you need your defense to get on the field in a sudden change situation and get you the football back.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I've been trying to create some space out wide, dump him the football, and let him make some catches and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. He powers his way ahead, gets 3, but they're still looking at 4th and 2.
Offense facing 4th down.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 4th down, looking to pass. Makes the grab, and he's got the 1st. And after the defense a little bolt of energy. He steps out of bounds with a first down.
You know, you always talk about risk-reward. Gambling and going for it with the lead on fourth down right there. Getting it, the reward could be winning the game. That was an unbelievable play. And how about this coaching staff putting their faith in their players to come up with the execution and make it happen?
And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
In situations like this, offensively, when you've got the lead in the fourth quarter, when you got to run the ball, you go back to the runs that you have the most confidence in, that you can execute in your sleep, and they do it right there, ripping off 7 yards.
We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. Now on 2nd down, and we'll probably see another run, and that might do it if they can get a first down. Pulls and fires complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
So surprised we have not been calling this guy's name more. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, but give the defense credit. They have had an outstanding game plan limiting him so far. That's only his 2nd catch of the game.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Here we go. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
That is how you rise to the occasion late in the game. Your defense had to come up big, had to get the offense the football back. They're trailing by a little bit now. Let's go make this thing even more special.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot. That's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
The incomplete pass leaves him with 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Using the quick game. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. Coming after it. Dances away from the heat. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Hey, listen, it's hard for an offense. When you're trailing late in the game, you've got to throw to get back in. The defense already knows it anyway. On top of that, you've got this weather that you have to deal with. These conditions are not conducive to playing pitch and catch. This is a big uphill battle for this offense.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. He's going to pass on 2nd down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And he makes the catch inside the 25. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. They'll throw it on 1st down. He'll take a shot. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
And now on second down for this offense. Quarterback keeper. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Makes the grab. Got a lot of running room. And wisely gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They got the first down. Now in plus territory and a chance to save themselves. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. Fourth quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the first down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
This crowd knows when to bring it. They'll give it on the jet sweep, looking for room outside. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Timeout called by the defense, and the clock is stopped with 18 seconds left.
That's just a great job by the defense shutting down that jet sweep. You see the team speed they have on defense. They are willing and ready and able to go sideline to sideline with anybody in the country.
Going to work on second down. Red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Trying to beat him to the corner on the right. He'll be brought down to the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. They'll leave it with him. Touchdown, Tennessee! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Man, I love this offense being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
Now the two-point conversion attempt is coming. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Can't find his man in the end zone. The two-point attempt is no good, and they'll try to hang on to this lead in the final seconds. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. He wants to throw, trying to get to it. And he gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. They'll use the timeout, 6 seconds left on the clock.
Ohio State.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Pressure coming. Blasted as he lets it go. And the pass is incomplete, and the ball game is over, and this will be a game of what might have been. It came...